Greetings, hi guys, hoping everybody is well. Thanks for joining me. It's Nicola. If you're new to this channel, a privilege to meet you. Thanks for being here. Now let's get right into it. Today we're going to be talking about microblading, and I'm going to try to pack a lot of details into this video, so it might be a little lengthy, so stick with me. All right, thanks. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so microblading is actually a temporary tattoo done on the eyebrow area, okay? And it is done by making tiny little cuts with small blades, all right? In that area that actually look like hair, okay? And then applying ink to that and letting it rest. In essence, to sum it all up, it's a temporary tattoo for your eyebrows, but it looks super natural. All right, now the reasons why people would get microblading and who is it actually for. So if you have thinning eyebrows, if you have eyebrows that aren't growing in because the follicles have died, if you have a medical condition, if you just want thicker eyebrows in general, or if you just want to grow out your eyebrows, but in the meantime, you don't want to look like you have nothing there, or if you want to stop maybe wearing makeup and transition to natural and you just want to give your eyebrows some time to grow, this would be for you. Now, microblading lasts anywhere from 3 to 3.5 years, okay? I did say it's temporary, so you're not gonna have it forever. So once the ink is out of your skin, you'll be good to go. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of microblading. Firstly, you wanna look for a professional makeup tattooist, okay, or a professional permanent makeup artist, okay? You want to do your due diligence in this area because this can get a little bit serious because they are cutting into your skin. It is going through the process of tattoo. You have things to worry about like infection and that sort of thing. So you want somebody who's really reputable. So do your homework before you get up and run into it. Now the cost of microblading ranges anywhere from $600 to $1,000 and up, okay, depending on how bougie your artist is, all right? Now, when I did my microblading, which I no longer have, I did it because my eyebrows at the time were very thin, very sparse, and I wanted to make them look thicker and fuller, but it was quite the experience. So let's get into the details about what will happen upon your visit. Okay, so your first visit to your makeup artist generally includes basically you filling out some paperwork and signing off paperwork, setting a date to actually get the procedure done. And that's basically it. Them giving you some details, some general information about what to expect during and after, okay? So on the day of your appointment, you're gonna go in, no makeup on, obviously nothing on, clean face. Your artist is gonna go through some basic measurements of your eyebrows, and they're gonna make lines and just different measurements to make sure everything is symmetrical when it's done and looking perfect. Now, you wanna make sure before you get to this point or there, you have an idea of what you want your eyebrows to look like. So if you want it rounded, if you want arches, that sort of thing. Now, you might not get that exact thing because your artist is gonna be, if they're a good artist, they're gonna try to work with the dimensions of your face and your brows that's already there. So it looks super natural, okay? So if you have someone that's good, they'll get close to what you want, but yet keeping it as natural as possible. Thing to note that after it's done, your eyebrows are going to be growing. It's not like a regular tattoo where you don't have hair growing. So you're still gonna need to either pluck or shave or wax or thread, whatever you do to keep your eyebrows in place, but you'll have a beautiful outline for them to follow so they can't mess it up, all right? So that's the thing to note. So you're gonna get in your chair after they've done all their, markings and that sort of thing. And they're gonna start to make small little slits in your skin. That actually hurts, okay? They do put on a numbing agent, but you won't really feel that effect of the numbing agent until the skin is actually opened and it actually gets an opportunity to seep in. So once after the first few cuts, the numbing agent will seep in and you're gonna be completely numb. At that point, you won't feel a thing. You might hear it, you know, hear that little scratching in your ear and feel the pressure of it, but no pain at all after your numbing agent is in, okay? The actual process may take about half an hour to an hour, depending on how much details they're putting in for you. It looks super natural when it's done. After it's finished, you don't have any pain. It's not uncomfortable. You might have a slight little bit of soreness. There's generally no bleeding, so you don't have to worry about that. But after they've done the slits, they do introduce ink into the skin. So that takes time to heal and to saturate. So you're not going to manipulate your eyebrows. You're not going to wash them. They do give you some antibacterial and some moisturizers to take home with you to treat it daily, because you have to treat it like a regular tattoo. It's going to scab, it's going to dry. That is the worst part of the process, because it's going to get super thick and horrible because it's going to scab. It's going to look bad before it starts looking good. All right. So after you've scabbed up for maybe about a week or so, 2 weeks later, you have a follow-up appointment. So by that time, most of your scabs would have already fallen off. And what they're going to do at this point is they're going to look to see how much of the ink you lost with the scab. So if your brows lightened up a lot, you lost a lot of ink, they're going to reapply ink. Okay, and just make sure everything is okay, that you're healed okay, that you've scabbed and everything is just intact. Okay, if everything is good, basically you're pretty much, that's it. You don't experience a lot of scabbing after that second procedure, that like touch-up procedure after the 2 weeks. And you don't experience that real heavy darkness of the brows and the horrible phase that I spoke about. You don't experience that. It's kind of just like easy breezy after that. Your brows are going to look very beautiful, very natural. Like I said, you are going to grow hair in and around that tattooed area. So you still want to keep up with whatever procedures or hair removal processes you were using before. You're going to have that for 3.5 years. So this gives your eyebrows the perfect time to heal, to grow. If you want to use like eyebrow serums at this time to grow in actual hair as opposed to the tattooed hairs, this is the perfect time to do it. You know, it gives you 3.5 years to just really take care of your brows and try to get them back in as full as possible, which worked for me very well. I must say it was one of the best things I did, but I must say, because it is a temporary tattoo, if you have a Christian background, this is something that you might have to think about, all right? Because that gets a little bit funny. You got to work that out with your Lord, all right? Yeah, seriously. So, but if that is not your complication, I think you're going to love it. It's great. I loved my process and my procedure. Would I do it again? I don't need it again. I used it for the purpose of growing in my brows. I think it did a fabulous job. And I don't think I'll do it again. My sister did it like last year and she was like loving it until her hair started to grow in, and she's like, you didn't tell me my hair was gonna be growing still. I thought they were gonna fall out. So I'm letting you know, straight up, your hair is going to be growing. Those brows are going to be still growing in, so you're going to have to keep up with them, all right? Nonetheless, it is beautiful. I will show you my before and after pictures. So I did this going back about 6 years ago. It was quite the experience. It wasn't a bad experience. If something tragic should ever happen, oh God forbid, where I need temporary brows, I definitely would reconsider, you know, doing it. But as for now, I don't think I need it, but it was a fabulous experience. If you guys have any other questions, I think I've covered it all. I hope I covered it all for you. Just text me, you can email. The person I used was located, I think, in Orange County in New Jersey. If you do want the information for that person, I definitely can direct you over there. If you're somewhere else, please just do your due diligence and find someone who can really take care of your skin, your face, and make sure you don't have any infections or any scars. Okay, that's very important. You don't want no scars in your eyebrows, okay? Because then the hair really won't grow. Have any questions, please just leave it in the comments if you don't want to send an email. that's okay too. If you do ask me the question, do you prefer temporary over permanent? I would definitely say temporary. And the reason for that is as you get older, your skin shifts, your face changes. Like one lady said, you wake up one day with a new face and you wake up the next day with another face. You know, that is so true. So with temporary, it gives you the opportunity to redo it and do it again as your face grows and matures and changes. With permanent, it's just gonna be there. You don't wanna be a 60-year-old and your eyebrows are up here or down here. You know what I mean? It looks weird, it looks funny, and it looks awkward. Besides, permanent tattoos, I meant to say permanent tattoos, permanent makeup it's just, I don't know, it's too like, it's too harsh. You can always tell it most of the times when you see it. It looks weird, it looks awkward, it looks out of place. The temporary looks very real. You can't even tell the difference, okay? That's how authentic it looks. All right, so that's all the details, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it's Nicola. Ciao!